Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda. So today is the Aquarius full blue supermoon in Leo. And this is a very, very powerful catalytic energy that we're working with. And there's a lot of duality here, per usual. So we're gonna get into the energetics because I've been really feeling this energy of breakthrough. Like this is a launch pad. And because it is Aquarius, what I'm really feeling is that this is setting us up for the next 20 years. This is a paradigm shifting kind of energy that we're working with. So yeah, it's a big one. And it's powerful. And it's also calling on us to stay really anchored and grounded in ourselves and to not get triggered and to pull into all of the oppositional energies that are also working with us. I just saw 111 on the timer. Because there's a lot of different aspects occurring at the same time. And on the 22nd, we have what I feel is the true Lion's Gate. So we've got a lot of potent energies that have been working with us all summer, all year really. And it feels like it's been this buildup, a massive, massive buildup of energy. And finally, it's like the dam is breaking. We're getting that release, that opportunity to let go if we work with the energies. So I just kind of intuitively wrote this on my Instagram stories yesterday, but like trusting the process and surrendering resistance, because this energy of resistance I feel is coming up. It's like we don't want to feel the things or face the things. And Aquarius is an air sign, so this has a lot to do with our thoughts and our mental patterns and the words. So it's like, what are the narratives that we are operating in, and what are the belief patterns and the mental patterns that are looping, keeping us in karmic cycles. So this is a powerful time of breaking free from deep karmic cycles. I just went through this powerful rebirth energy last week, and now that the dust has settled, if you will, it just feels so peaceful, and so I feel so anchored. And it's this powerful revolutionary energy that is working with us on the individual level, bringing us into that inner evolution, that next stage of our evolution, as the collective is shifting into this revolutionary energy with Pluto in Aquarius moving into it officially in October. So today is also lunar lunisad. So we're ending this first harvest season. This first harvest festival ends today. And it's also, we've got these conjunctions, and then there's Mercury in retrograde. So even though there's a lot of this breakthrough energy happening with us right now, because of the retrogrades and because of these other squares and conjunctions, we're actually being called to proceed with caution and to really integrate, is the word that's coming through. Integrate all that is coming through, because it might be these profound mental breakthroughs where we receive absolute clarity on the next steps forward. And so this energy is about getting anchored and collected within ourselves before we just power through and go off into the world making moves. We can absolutely be in this energy of manifestation. Ooh, that was really interesting. It was like the clouds came in to affirm that energy of be a little bit more internal right now, even though the moon is illuminating what has been blocking us, the patterns that need to be released, because there's this powerful release energy to allow for that breakthrough. What is ready to be released so that we can move through? And some noise outside just stopped too, and I just all of a sudden felt calm, peaceful, quiet. So what I feel is being what it is calling us into is really coming into stillness and deep reflection. so that we can allow that clarity to come through. And this is what that releasing resistance allows to happen, is once we come into stillness and surrender the resistance to the process, to the emotions, to the buildup. It's a buildup. And then we just, all right, I surrender, I let it go. And then you relax into it. Poof, that clarity comes through. I experienced the most gentle, profound breakthrough you could imagine on Saturday morning. And it was very much that kind of a process. I had, my nervous system had been feeling kind of stirred up last week, and I just got really grounded and anchored into my own practices. And then I just kind of laid back, which I don't normally do. Saturday morning after my breath work, I went into my meditation, and I just was like, I need to lie down, and I didn't know why I was doing that. And then all of a sudden I was in this inner child process that spontaneously arose, and it felt like the most beautiful, gentle breakthrough energy. So I feel that is what is coming up, that is inviting us into this surrendered state of stillness, even though we've got this catalytic breakthrough energy. Allow that breakthrough and catalytic energy to be more of an internal one, because there is this triggering energy, because we are in retrograde as well, and we've got this Saturn influence. There's kind of an accident-prone energy. And I actually know a couple people in my life, beautiful souls, and they experienced some pretty major accidents recently. So it's not just this moon, it's kind of this buildup of energy that we've been experiencing. Of course, we've had all these solar flares, all these solar storms, and the Schumann resonance has been spiking like crazy in the last week in particular, amplifying all of these higher frequency, new earth, 5D, whatever you want to call it, energies that are coming through into the planet, into the grid. But we've got to restabilize. We've got to anchor into both the earth and the sun in order to anchor in those energies. And the moon sweeps in to illuminate what we're still holding on to from the past that is not meant to come forward with us. So what is not in alignment for us, what is not in resonance with our next level identity. So it's this, I have a lot of notes, so I want to make sure, because there's a lot of aspects that are really helpful to anchor into these energies. But Aquarius, of course, brings this revolutionary energy, as I said, and it's this humanitarian energy as well. So it's like, okay, what is our soul here to do from a space of service? So we're releasing those old ego identities, the aspects of us that kept us limited as well. And it is this kind of like blast of energy that is also coming through Uranus, which is the sun is square Uranus at this time, one of these powerful aspects amplifying a lot of this energy that's working through us. So it's like, who are you and who are you meant to be? So releasing the ego identity limitation energy and allowing yourself to be propelled forward onto the path of your true authentic soul self. So this is what's coming through, allowing your higher self to step in and lead the way. And it's interesting because I just had the inspiration, without even really leaning into the moon energies of the Aquarius and all that, I was inspired to create a new higher self freebie, actually. So actually I will link that below, of course, but this is literally the energy. It has just been flowing through me and I feel it. And then when I actually consciously attune to it, I'm like, oh, of course, this is all coming through. So I really got this really beautiful aspect that I'm going to integrate into my program as well, of working with that knowing thyself and that identity piece. It's like we're recreating a new identity going forward, and we're allowing our soul to really blossom open and to allow us to perceive what our true identity is really meant to be. And so that's that breakthrough energy. It's like the flowers finally blossoming open. And that's that heart opening energy that we've been working with over these years. It's the collective energy of this entire lifetime. However old you are, this is what we incarnated here to do, out of the head into the heart, out of the ego into the soul. And it's calling us to get anchored in our body so that we embody that truth from a space of deep authenticity and integrity. So the air sign amplifying these mental patterns to be liberated from specifically the fears and the doubts that are keeping us in this space of limitation. And so we are breaking out of stagnation and releasing the illusion of limitation. Really, any form of limitation is rooted in illusion. This is that matrix that we are releasing and dissolving. It's a mental matrix more so than anything. It's an enslavement of the mind. As soon as we release our mind, we liberate our minds from the matrix illusions. I just saw one again. This is when we have the breakthrough and we break the matrix, and it's 11:11 on the clock as I say that. So this is a gateway to break the matrix, to break the matrix identity, to break free. That's what breakthrough is, to break free from the limits and the confines of our mind so that we can step through into the expansiveness of who we're meant to be, into that realm of infinite possibilities. So it's really about allowing that creative potential and those creative possibilities to be illuminated as we release the limitations. So this is a redirection, and it's an anchoring into our true preferences and our true values at our core soul self, allowing them to guide us forward and to lead the way as we create this new reality for ourselves and collectively. Heaven on earth reality, here we come. But we've got to do the inner work first, as the Hermetic principles say, as within, so without. As above, so below. We are the pillars anchoring it in. As within, so without. It has to come from within first. So if we're not embodied in the frequencies, we are still perpetuating the matrix of our illusion ourselves. Not to place blame, judgment, or shame on anybody, but it's about this mirror energy is something else that I haven't seen in my notes, but I'm being remembered, being remembered. Oh, wow. Okay, the way that that came through reminded me of something else. We are being reminded to allow these triggers to reflect to us what we're not seeing. So allow the triggers to come up. This is part of that releasing the resistance. Allow that because I've been seeing a lot of mirror numbers. This is where this message came from. I saw a bunch of mirror numbers today and I was like, the mirror, it's the trigger. It's showing us where we are still holding on to illusion, to those old patterns, or what we need to break free from. And so what is the trigger mirroring to you? What is it reflecting to you? What are you still holding on to? Where are you still playing the victim? Where are you still playing small? Where are you still allowing the doubt to keep you in limitation, the fear? These are all layers that I've worked through myself. So this is a lot about the ego and inner child wounds coming up with the Aquarian and the Leo energies, because the sun is also conjunct Mercury in retrograde right now. So we've got a lot of this mercurial energy coming up as well. And again, it's that kind of anchoring into the energies before we take the steps forward, because we're still in retrograde for another week or so, or a little bit more even. So allow the integration to happen. But what's happening with this release is heightened intuition, and even kind of prophetic like insights might come through, but just this deep clarity and knowing of what you're here to do, who you are here to be. And if that stagnation was there, if you felt kind of blocked or stuck, it's like that piece will click into place. And it might be an action step, it might be a tweak that you need to make, an adjustment. Alignment is about sometimes adjusting something in the way that you're approaching XYZ, right? It could be an adjustment in your mental pattern, in your emotional pattern, or something kind of strategic, or, you know, are you not speaking up? I've had 2 little throat chakra catches. So it's because this is the Aquarian energy, it's that air energy. This is about speech, communication, and sound. So I've really been kind of just wanting to sing and work with the frequency and vibration energy a lot. And I had another idea come through that was directly related to sound just yesterday. And I wasn't even thinking consciously about the fact that this Aquarian supermoon energy was coming through. Like, I felt all of this energy over the weekend. I experienced breakthrough. I experienced clarity. So I'm telling you from a space of, you know, having gone through this myself already, like feeling into the energy, it's here. It's very palpable and it's very present for us to work with. So yeah, this deep inner knowing of truth, of solutions, of ideas coming through, you know, that solution of how to get through that block might become absolutely clear, crystal clear, finally, right? So, you know, there's this energy of patience as we move through this process, as I was saying, because we have this duality of destruction and creation. Releasing all the old, sometimes there's this destructive energy that sweeps through to get us into alignment so that we can be in the space of pure creation energy flowing through us without all of the distortions and illusions, perhaps corrupting the energy of that creative flow, of that creative inspiration, or marring it in some way. We also might find ourselves kind of stepping back from certain projects, even pulling out of certain paths that we were on. So, you know, it's like taking anything that wasn't feeling super uplifting or expansive, that might have even felt like a burden, or like it wasn't giving an equal exchange, giving back to us what we were giving into the energy. We might find ourselves really recalibrating and saying, okay, it's done, it's over, and I'm moving forward into something that is more aligned, that lifts me up, that brings me more joy, because that's what this journey is meant to be about. So we're also in the first gate of ascent in the Venus cycle. So we've got a lot of powerful energy with this powerful catalytic energy that is leading us into eclipse season, followed by the Pluto officially moving into Aquarius without any more retrogrades into Capricorn, because right now it's retrograded into Capricorn. So in October, on October 11th, Pluto formally moves forward into Aquarius, and this is the Aquarius full moon before that happens. And eclipse energies are always kind of game changer energies. So it's again that kind of sweeping clear energy, while Venus is at that first gate, the root chakra energy, anchoring in the stability and the foundation of what we're building going forward into this new paradigm. So what is in the way of us anchoring in that foundation with absolute stability is all being swept out, again, if we allow it. So it is this really beautiful, beautiful energy that is allowing us, or calling us, to dream big, to set our intentions, to make a wish, even, because we can have powerful manifestations coming through at this time. You might even be surprised yourself. Allow that space for infinite possibilities and miracles to come through. But it's, you know, we've also got to remember to not allow that impulsive energy to kind of take us off track, to take us out of ourselves. This is about coming into ourselves and being super anchored in within. So keeping your energy collected and grounded, because remember, as I said, there is this kind of chaotic energy working with us as well, like that kind of accident prone type energy. There's this Saturnian influence that is kind of creating that little bit of chaos and strife. So stay inside, in your own energy field. I don't mean you can't go out and do anything, because this would be a good time to allow your healed inner child out to play, and that will help you heal the inner child as well, to be in that state of joy, that space of flow and fun. So do what you can to do that, but also just be really mindful of your energy and of the other things in your field that might be trying to take you out of your energy, that might be triggering you, right? So what else? So this is a time of revelations, kind of light bulb moments, just clicking on and being like, oh, finally, there we go. And it just feels so good. And you're like, oh, no more fear, no more worry, no more doubt. What a miracle. So I also want to, just remind, and I said the remembering. So this is kind of the way I had said that, it reminded me of this remembering of aspects of self that kind of comes with the integration of the ego, the shadow aspects, the dark aspects, remembering that we are all of it, and that is how we come into that space of wholeness, and bringing in those aspects of the inner child. What came through on the 888 ceremony was actually this powerful Hall of Mirrors, remembering energy of, integration of the different aspects of self. So this is like, soul integration, soul retrieval, which is a deep, powerful energy to work with. But, allowing yourself to kind of sit in stillness and see what comes through, where have you, is there like a traumatized or wounded aspect of self that is kind of trapped, that is now time to be integrated? So this is a major time for turning points in our life and in the collective as well. There could be a lot of upheaval. So again, it's just, okay, stay grounded. We don't know what's coming. We've got election season. We're in election season in America. Yikes. So what's coming over the next couple months? Like, actually, nobody really knows. It's a very revolutionary energy that we're entering into. So let's see. But in order to, shift things, we are the way showers, the light bearers, the light bringers. This is the water bearer energy. So it's that flow as well. How can we flow with the energies of the time, with the currents of the time, while staying anchored within ourselves, is what we're being called into right now. So yeah, I would love to hear how you've been feeling with these energies. It's been intense. I am hosting on the True Lion's Gate this Heart of the Lion Cosmic Grace activation. And there's a lot more heart technology and information that's wanting to come through. That's on Wednesday. The recordings will be available, but it's in conjunction. It's like a triplicate. It's a Holy Trinity series that came through with the rebirth coming in September. But the Holy Mother, Holy Father, Holy Child energy. So we're kind of being catalyzed into that. And it feels, I'm already feeling this beautiful uplifting energy for this Heart of the Lion on the 22nd, which is the true alignment with Regulus. So it's going to be really beautiful. So let me know in the comments how you've been doing, how you've been feeling. It's just is relentless, but this is part of the process, and the breakthroughs are here. So stay grounded, stay anchored, and I've got a lot of resources to support and a lot of exciting updates coming. I've been recalibrating so much myself, and it just feels so good. So I'm really excited to be sharing that soon. And again, that higher self freebie will be linked below as well. And if the Cosmic Grace and and my website and all the other ways to get in touch with me. So I'm sending you much love, onward and upward. Take some time to, and if you're not seeing this, I should have said this in the beginning, if you're not seeing this on the full moon, remember these energies stay with us, and we're opening up into a 20-year paradigm. So whenever you're seeing this, it's perfect and beautiful. So, these energies carry us forward. So trust your process, trust your timing, and just surrender to the flow while taking that aligned action as your higher self guides you is the name of the game right now. Sending you much love, and I so appreciate the likes, subscribes, comments. This helps the engagement and for people to actually find the videos. So thank you, and I will see you soon.